Alrighty, guys, welcome back. So we had to cut it short, and we had to cancel last video just because it was really short. However, we started a new data collection on NQ, and we're just working through a new year, which is 2023. We haven't back tested this year, so we're kind of going back. I can show you guys where we left off at. We were kind of treating it like an evaluation account, so the max we could have gone was negative 9 point something thousand, and then to pass the evaluation, it was 18,000. So we passed
Yeah.
that, and now we're at 44,000. So that's a total return of 15% in 2 months. Anyhow, now that we got that out the way, we can, yeah, we were talking about, what were we just talking about?
Oh, like good price action?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll be putting out a video for more beginners to learn to look at price action the way I did. Like, what were the initial steps that I took to analyze what kind of price action I liked? And then from there, you dive in a little deeper. What does it look like? What are the variables within it? That way, everyone can build out their own individual system and doesn't have to follow mine. Because everyone's brain is very different, and you're going to see different things that I see. So, yeah, well, I'll focus on getting one of those videos out. And then, yeah. My computer was acting up, so we had to throw away the last recording. It was just super slow. So we're gonna continue this data collection. Not much has happened. And yeah, hopefully this goes a lot smoother than before, and hopefully the quality should be a lot better now for the recording. So 4 hour, we're looking at longs, good, hourly good, 20-minute, good to the next day. Done on this day, yep. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So now I'm just kind of waiting for sideways price action. Got lots of red news, so let that play out. More red news. Let it baseline again. Getting an entry on this high. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So 5-minute long right over this high. And notice now, not that I was ever worried about losses or anything, but now I got such a big cushion that I don't care. Like I'm just placing trades the where I like to see them, and if they go, great. If not, I simply don't care. 4 hour good, and I think that's how people should treat their evaluations. Just don't care. If you lose it, you lose it. If you don't want to lose it as quick, simply reduce risk to 0.2. It'll take you 4 times as long to pass, but you still pass. 4 hour good, hourly good. 20-minute good. Yeah, so 5-minute long right over this high. Take a loss, nothing new. There we go. 20-minute, wait for one more entry, and we're done for the day. 4 hour is very weak, so wait for money to come in and close. Okay, what time is this? Yep. So go to the next session. Chop, not touching any of this. Waiting till our session, till 4. There we go, 4 a.m. kicks around. All this chop skipped probably an entire week of price action from here to here. And now, finally, a week later, it's clearing up, so we're good for longs. Got red news. 4 hours looking a little weak. Here, let me make this full screen. Yeah, 4 hour is looking a little weak, but still reasonably okay to enter. Hourly is also a little weak, but still reasonable to enter. And then 20-minute is okay. So 26 ATR. Something like that. Take a loss, nothing new. Move to break even. Take a break even. We haven't taken a break even yet, so that's good.
Oh, really?
I don't think we have we?
I honestly don't remember, but if you're saying that, then it must have been a while, or we haven't
Yeah,
took it.
I don't remember taking a break even on this. Once again, no trade zone for me. There we go. What time is this? 8. So we're still good for longs here. This isn't clean enough for me to take a buy stop over, too weak. Okay, but it's past 12, so can't do anything there. Man, it feels good having like just back to having a really fast computer.
That's got to be really refreshing.
Oh my
'Cause
goodness, yeah, dude.
I've seen it on my screen too. It was like really choppy and slow.
Yeah, I guess storage really is that important after all. You have a couple options here: entry buy stop over this, or you can wait for the sideways, and there you go. Either way, it is a break even, so it doesn't matter. 20-minute, gonna wait for a new setup though. 11 o'clock. 4 hours acting up a little bit, but still clean. Hourly's clean, 20 minutes clean, so 5-minute long over this high. See if we get anything or if it just falls off. Yeah, it just falls off. Done for the day. Go to the next session. 4 hours a little weak, hourly's a little weak. So 20-minute. Just gonna let this red news play out, see what happens. There we go. Coming in at 7:40 in the morning, 4 hour good. Hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long, right over this high. ATR is 37.76. Dang, that's a massive SL. Holy.
Yeah, look at that. That is big.
Definitely going to be a quick loss on this one, given the size of the candles. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute is good, 5-minute long. Oh yeah, this is going to be the quickest loss we've taken. How did I call it? Wait.
Just one candle.
Okay, that was not a valid entry at all. The 20-minute
Oh,
hadn't
it didn't
closed.
close like that?
No.
Uh,
I must have not clicked it 2 times. Okay. Yeah, because that was looking like good. So 20-minute. Yeah, I hadn't closed yet. That's why. Okay. We always wait for the 20-minute to close. If you're a crackhead, you can definitely take that one. I am certainly not. There we go. Those are validation. 4 hour good, hourly good. 20-minute is very, very strong. 5-minute long is going to be 27 ATR. Something like that. I'm not being too precise with my SLs because it just takes too long. However, if it comes to the case where it just barely ticks me out, I'll always go with the exact number of ATR, by the way. It's never given, I've never had a case like that yet, but on the live market, I'm always super precise about my ATR. Okay, coming into a secondary entry, 2 losses in a day. I'm okay with that. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long, right over this high, 17.68 ATR. There we go. Take one final loss for the day, and then I'm done. Move to break even on that push. Still at break even. Gonna manage at 1 to 3 or take a BE. Okay, looks like we continue. So anywhere where structure is holding out 1 to 3 or above. So this is an okay 70% management. Oh, and we should have closed on this candle right here. My bad. So close the entire position at 2 p.m. Okay, and we're done. Go to the next day. 4 hours starting to fail, so I'm gonna jump down to the hourly and wait for price to reach somewhere around here, or not. Jump back down to the 4 hour. Wait for our session. Session kicks in. Gonna start looking for sells hourly 20. 2 week, so I'm gonna wait for another 20-minute candle. There we go. Very clean right here. Once again, I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. Looking at sells coming in through this selling pressure that came in. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute good. Sells is gonna be 29 ATR. Yeah, and as time goes by, I'll definitely speed up my back testing. Usually I don't talk myself through it, but hopefully you can tell I'm going a little quicker than usual.
That's all right.
20-minute, gonna look for a new validation candle. Nope, 12 o'clock hits, nothing to do. Go to the next day. 4 hour is kind of just doing its own thing. On the hourly, I'm gonna wait for something like this. What time is it? Too late. Skip to the next day. There we go. So if we look at the 4 hours, starting to reject, pushing down exactly how we were anticipating right here. Just didn't happen there. 4 hour good. 4 hour good, hourly good. So 20-minute, gonna wait for some strength to come through. There we go. Potential valid entry buy stop over that high. 4 hour good, hourly good. 20-minute is okay. 5-minute sell is gonna be around 14 ATR. something like that. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Cool. Take another loss. That's amazing. What time is this? 7:40. It looks like it's probably red news. Do you remember the day? February 21st. Oh, wait. 23. February 21st. Red news at 7:45 and at 8. So, yeah. None of these were valid entries. I don't know where I took my entry. Yeah, I took it here. So, not a valid entry over this high. Red news was coming. Do you remember where I took it? If it was this candle or this candle?
I'm actually not sure.
Okay. We'll just roll with the punches. So wait after red news, which is at 7:45. Give it a little bit of time. 7, 8. Yeah, so probably nothing on this day. Oh no, right here. What time is it? 11? Yeah. The only entry, let's see if it's a break even, and it does seem to go a little bit. So I think that's something that we'll tack on there. 4 hours very good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long. ATR is 13 point something. Get in on that, probably take a break even, question mark. So we do push away, move to break even right away. Take our break even, cool. And then I think we're done for the day, yeah. Four hours still holding, hourly, gonna wait for money to come back in. There we go. We do have red news coming up though, so 4 hours okay, a little weak, 20-minute. Gonna wait for some sort of valid entry here. Yep, nothing do, nothing do, nothing do. Done for the day. Yep, 4 hours starting to fail, no trade zone. Okay, starts to reject again. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Potential reentry, nope. Starts failing again. So on the 4 hour, we're definitely in a no trade zone, not touching any of this. Wait till our session, which is now. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Long right over this high. I like it. Take a sell right over this high. ATR is going to be 30. Something like that. Probably take a loss here. Nothing new. If we push over this high, okay, doesn't even matter. Beautiful loss. And done for the day. 4 hours failing. Give it time to kind of restabilize. Okay, coming into our session, 4 hour, once again, continuing that bearish push. So waiting for the 20-minute. What time was this? Okay, well, we definitely just skipped our entire session, but this is your only entry at 11. And it does seem to go a little bit. I don't think it's worth, yeah, like we wouldn't, probably just a break even on that. Cool, go to the next day. 4 hour good, hourly is okay. This is a tough decision. This trade is actually kind of hard because the hourly is a little low in the range and the 20 is technically valid. So gonna give it another candle. There we go. So a couple of valid entries here. This is a little bit more of a risky one. 4 hour good, hourly good. 20 is good. ATR is 15. Something like that. Probably take a loss here. 20 is still valid. Definitely take a loss here. Here, let me review. 4 hour good, hourly good. 20 good. Yeah. I don't like it when it consolidates so much like that. Wait for a new entry validation here. Just kind of falls off, nothing do, nothing do, nothing do, and we're done for the day. That's simple. 4 hours starting to fail down. What time is it? Probably going to start distributing now, which is going to be an accumulation on the higher time frame to continue hopefully this trend up, but we don't know yet. So yeah, 4 hour is starting to fail quite a bit. So if anything, let me see if I can scalp something in here. Hour and 30 from red news. It is a little weak, so the only other entry is here, which is an hour and 20 from red news. Yeah, 4 hours starting to fail. Hourly is okay, 20-minute is okay. So if you're a crackhead, once again, this is 40 minutes before red news. ATR is probably like 13. There we go. Take a fast loss here. I'm okay with that. Cool. 20-minute, no longer touching anything until after red news. Notice our analysis was correct. We just got in at the wrong time. What time is this? 40 minutes. Okay, so after this candle, this is your only valid entry, I see. Yeah. 4 hour, once again, kind of, if we step back up to daily, we're fulfilling whatever I was predicting there. Good, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So 5-minute long right over this high, 17 point something. Move to break even on that push. Take a break even. So nothing to manage to. Gonna let it just ride out. If it comes back to break even, that's gonna be so cool. Oh, and close. 2 p.m. There we go. Okay. Go on to the next day. 4 hour, once again, still fulfilling that, prediction. So good, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So this is a tough situation because the hourly is consolidating right now, especially on the lower. So if we look at the 20, this might seem like a valid entry, but what do you think this next candle is going to do? Do you think we're going to get a candle like this, or do you think we're going to get a candle like this?
Probably it might, like, if you were to take an entry, it'll probably like wick you out and then like go down.
Nope.
Or not.
4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So on the hourly, even though this is a valid entry, your analysis was kind of correct. I was anticipating that this next candle would wick you in and wick you out and then reset up. But given that we got a stronger candle, still valid, and I step up to the hourly and now we're away from this consolidation, then I'm good for long. So both of us were right, because that's what I love to see. I love to see it chop back down. But now, 9.6. Now I'm a lot more confident in my decision, and if this goes to lose, then I at least know this was a valid entry. Move to break even. Take a break even. Okay. But now I'm probably going to get a re-entry hopefully soon. Or it looks like red news, if anything. Getting a new potential entry right over this high. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So 5-minute long right over this high. ATR is 27.92. Something like that. Got tapped in, take a loss. Move to break even. Take a break even. Wait for a new validation here that's going to come in soon. Or just fall off. Cool. And we're like chilling. 4 hour good, hourly good. Actually, no, not hourly good at all. 4 hour starting to fail again. So I'm not touching any of this until our session. Not touching, not touching. Okay, this is our session. Now if we look at the daily, it's going to be supporting the entire move. Look at this. This is just perfection, what I love to see. Baselines, goes. Hopefully. Okay, let me make this. So 4 hour is good, hourly is good. Definitely missed, what time was this? Yeah, a good entry here. 6:20 in the morning. I'm going to go back and look at it. I want to be very, very honest with my back testing. So if we go here to the 4 hour, we'll notice it's no longer valid. So unfortunately, yeah, that wasn't a valid entry. So now I just kind of skip through, see if there's any other entries for us. Nope, just falls off, done for the day. 4 hour ended up completely falling off, right? Yep. So 4 hour didn't want to hold. So if anything, this is what I'm looking for now on the hourly. There we go. We get exactly that. 4 hour good, hourly good. So 20-minute, 40 minutes after red news. Okay. So on this candle, you have a valid buy stop. Let's go see. Break even at that point. Okay. So you would have taken a break even. Waiting for a new reentry. New reentry at this time. Looking at the 4 hour. Still supporting the move. Kind of wakey. Kind of not very nice. Hourly is still very nice. 20 minutes still very nice. So 5 minute long right over this high. ATR is 29. Yep. Something like that. Falls off. 20 is still potentially valid for an entry here. I just have to keep an update or keep updating the ATR. ATR is 31, so slightly bigger than that. Move to break even right away. Fractal reaccumulation within this phase to continue higher. Still at break even, nothing to manage. Although honestly, let me go take a peek here. Yeah, nothing to manage. Take a break even. Close 2 p.m. What time is 2 p.m. at? Okay, so 2 p.m. is right around the same price, so cool. Go to the next day. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, waiting for an entry validation. We do have red news here in a couple candles though, so can't take it. What time is this? So I've been working on changing up the rules a little bit, and I'm still testing this. You know how I can take a trade 40 minutes after red news, but it has to be an hour and 20 before red news?
Yeah.
This is the reason why I'm looking at changing that. Because even earlier, I took one at 40 minutes before, and the red news just like, I don't trade the actual red news, but I trade before it, and it's just special. Like this entry right here. Okay, that would have been a probably partial. But I love to see those run because by the time red news hits, you're already so much in profit that it's just a catalyst to what's already happening. Okay.
If it continues to go in your direction, I mean.
Otherwise, even if it stops you out, you're taking effectively the same RR loss, 1 RR, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like price has already moved that way. Especially if you're at break even, the most you're gonna take, worst case scenario, just jump somewhere, probably like 2 RR. So yeah, just personal preference. 4 hour coming into our session. If anything, I could see this or I could see this. So give it a little bit of time. There we go. After red news. Starting to fail. And notice how we don't have like a direction set on the daily. Daily is just like doing its own thing. 4 hour, we're just following all these micro trends. This is where we're making our money. So once we get like a good trending market for a while, then we'll be good. But like right now, it's just been trading this up, this down, this up. Like I'm just switching every other hour or so, 4 hours. Hopefully this isn't too laggy for you, by the way.
No, it's fine.
I don't know how laggy it is because I am jumping from screen to screen.
No, it doesn't seem laggy at all. It's completely fine on my screen.
Okay. Cool. This is a giant candle, so probably going to be a quick stop out. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Nothing new. Move to break even. This could be a very quick break even. Okay, looks like we continue going. Still nothing to manage to. Gonna close everything at 2 p.m. per usual and take a break even. Cool. Now let's see how far we went here. Yeah, we went like 2 RR, so nothing good. Uh, 4 hour, just kind of fucking around. There we go. Money starts to come back in. This is like the only thing right now. There's a lot to look at here, right? You can look at all this structure, whatever. But the only thing that I am focused on is the last more recent moves, which is this sideways build off. That's all I'm looking at. It was the same thing I was looking at for back here. Like if you were to move this back here, exactly what I was looking for, didn't deliver. Happened right here, looking for longs, didn't deliver. And it's the anticipation that this move, flatline, deliver. So kind of like here, kind of like this is more like a angular baseline, kind of like here, very nice baseline, kind of like here, comes back into it, builds away from it, comes back into it, builds away from it, comes back into it, builds, and then fails, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like what I was anticipating here, which was 2-3 years ago or something. 4 hours, a little choppy, but still clean. 4 hour good. Hourly is okay. So 20-minute looking for an entry. Anticipatory validation. So we'll see how the next candle opens up. Yep. So if you want to take a long over that high, now the 4 hours a lot cleaner. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So 5-minute long right over this high. ATR 35. Take a loss. Beautiful. Nothing new. Look for a new reentry. This wick does look kind of big. 49 versus 45. Oh, and market close, so it doesn't matter. 4 hours still holding, hourly still semi-holding, so 20-minute looking for any sort of validation. If you're a crackhead, you can definitely take that one. 4 hour good. Nope, not taking it. Even though this is a valid entry, just how I explained earlier in a similar situation, I'm not taking it because what am I anticipating? A wick in and a candle back down. Let's see what happens. Okay, we don't get that, but what do we get? A completely valid entry now. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Now this has extended itself quite a bit. So going into these, I already know it's going to be a loss. But for the few times they aren't, these love to just go. Get tapped in, take a loss. Yep. So for the few times they do run, sometimes they go really far. Because it's a momentum-based entry. Now we're kind of losing momentum here, so I could see this being a break even, but gonna close the full position now. Cool. Going to the next day. 4 hours good, hourly is okay, so 20-minute. If you look at the hourly, once again, we're in a similar situation, so I'm gonna wait for one more 20-minute candle, something like that. Fails back down, nothing to do. Wait for red news to play out, and then wait for a new entry, and nothing really happens. So go to the next day. 4 hours still kind of holding, so hourly gonna wait for bullishness. Nothing really happens. So skip to our next session. Coming into our session, 4 in the morning. 4 hour good, hourly good, so 20-minute. I don't truly understand why it keeps playing forward past our session, but this is a valid entry. No other valid entry besides this one. So I'm gonna go back and take this one. Oh, and this one, but we didn't get tapped in on this one. So these two work to create such a beautiful narrative because there's so much liquidity, if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. There's so much money above these moves that they're so perfectly aligned with each other that the moment we burst through, composite operators, whoever they might be, have so much money set on this that the moment this happens, they've bought up all the positions. So buying before selling. So if I were to, I'm going to replay to this candle. Give me just 1 second. So if I were to look inside of what actually happened here, there was a lot of selling and a lot of immediate buying. That's why you see the big black candle followed by big white one. So what happened here, down to the 5 minute, whoever it was, someone with a lot of money, took a lot of profits here. A lot of people took profits. What did the composite operator do? Immediately buy up all those orders right away. So this gives me the confidence that the market's going to continue pushing up very, very strongly. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yeah. And this looks like the entries I used to take. ICI entries, ICI. Right? Minor correction in here, pushes back up. These have a lot of momentum behind them. ATR is 11.22, which actually looks perfect. Get tapped in, move to break even. Still at break even. Take a break even, maybe. Still at break even. Still at break even, and finally take a break even. We did end up moving to, it does look like 1 to 3. So yeah, if you would have been smart, you would have moved partial there, but I played a little quick and I'm so okay with that. Going back up to the 20, gonna look for a new reentry. 10-20. Okay, 4 hour clean, hourly clean, 20-minute clean. This is one of those risk entries because there is a lot of bearishness that came in at this high. But if you want to, 15 point something. Okay. So 4 hour clean. Hourly clean-ish. We're definitely a little low in the range. I don't particularly like to see that. Yeah, I'm going to cancel this. Looking at the 20-minute now, it's too weak. So yeah, that would have been a break-even trade. Other entries, this is the one we were looking at. It was a little weak for me. You're looking at this other one and no other entries, but this is at 12, so can't take. 4 hour, I'm waiting for a little bit more bullishness to come through. Okay, 7 in the morning, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. What time is this? 7? It looks like a little bit like red news. But yeah, 7 a.m. entry, and that's all I got. Because this is, yeah, a little too early. I'm going to be changing my trading hours a little closer to 6 in the morning-ish. Because I have noticed if you take any entries between Asia and New York, Asia closed in New York, all the money has kind of left the market. So more likely than not, you're just kind of going to be holding on a trade that's going sideways for a little bit before anything happens. And so if I can get an extra little bit of sleep, I'm okay with that. Yeah, this does look like it's going to be a break even though. ATR 7. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a loss actually. Get tapped in, get tapped out. March 22nd. Dang, we've done 3 months already. I want to make sure there's no more red news. Okay, so do have that at 11. There you go. Now you see why I like that, bro?
Yeah.
Now you see why I like that? 40 minutes before red news and you're in? Oh, man. I got to do more testing on that because, yeah, that definitely can be very, very risky, especially in an illiquid market. That could definitely do some damage if you don't know what you're doing. Because it's similar to trading red news, except that you're getting in, you know, an hour before, which also doesn't sound very smart. Anticipatory validation. I'm not going to take it. It doesn't feel fair because I saw it after the fact. But yeah, you would have gotten a nice little runner there. And just falls off. Done for the day. 4 hours starting to fall off. Gonna give this market time. What time is this? 12. So I'm gonna wait till our next session. We have less than a minute, by the way, so we're probably gonna stop here.
Okay.
But yeah, we've made okay progress on the account. I'll if you want to do a couple more, I'll send you another link here in a minute.
Okay.
10 minutes. But yeah. Cool. Okay. It's been a little bit of a choppier market, but let's continue. You can see it a little bit reflected here, but I actually used to have a rule. I don't know if you remember early on, where if there was a wiki candle within a certain number of candles of my entry on the higher time frames as well, I wouldn't take anything. But I realized that I was giving up a lot of opportunity, especially like right now. We just cut a couple good trades up, and through this, we wouldn't be allowed to trade this. Versus I found out I was just giving up too much. So I kind of had gotten rid of that rule. And now we're in. So 4 hour, good. Hourly, a little low in the range. So I'm going to wait for 20 minutes to give me a double entry. I call them double entries because they'll give me a valid entry and then I'll wait it out, wait for sideways and then another entry. But 4 hour started failing back down. So I'm just going to wait for the 4 hour to do something. There we go. So now notice how quickly, in a matter of 1 to 2 days, I already changed my bias. I'm looking for sells again. It's that simple. Instead of getting attached to the higher time frame like I used to. What time is this? 7:40, 7:20. Yeah, valid entry right over this high. I'm gonna starting this week, this Monday, I'm gonna start a new valuation, kind of like I said, and I'll make update videos or I'll include them in my posts in these
Yeah.
recordings. But the idea is to trade from 7 to 11 and show 7 to 12 and show that you don't have to be trading all day every day, right?
Mhm.
I'll probably take days off just like everyone else. Every once in a while I'll take, a Monday off or something. Or, we have a lot of holidays and we have a lot of red news. So if we have red news at 6:30, I wouldn't be trading until 7:30. Or if we have red news at 9, I'm not trading between 40 plus minus 40 minutes of that time. So 26, get in, get out, take a loss, nothing new. Hopefully that wasn't red news. Wait for a new reentry. It is looking a little bit March 28th. I want to double check. Just so I don't take another entry in red news. So 5:30 red news, so I think we're good. 4 hours holding strong, hourly good, 20-minute good, so 5-minute sell. I'm going to take one more here and then call it a day. ATR is going to be around 27. Something like that. Probably take a loss here. Yep, just kind of falls off. 20-minute, wait for new reentry. Coming in at 10 in the morning, so good. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute good. ATR is 16. Something like that. Probably take another loss here and then I'm done for the day. Yep, done for the day. Go on to the next day. Okay, 4 hour, money started coming back in. 4 hour good, hourly good. So 20-minute, look for some sort of validation. There we go. 4 hour is a little bit weak. I could see this continuing to chop. I'll take a loss here. It still follows my rules. ATR is 9 point something, so something like that. I'll do a limit here. Oh, 0.8. I'll do a a limit just to see if we get tapped in so I don't have to replay. There we go. Get tapped in, move to break even very quickly. Okay, and we do get a nice little runner off of this one. Still at break even though, so probably take a break even on this move. Yep. Cool. Now we did end up going. I was stupid. I didn't see how far we had gone. Okay. So this definitely should have been a 70% partial at 4 or R, so we should have secured at least 2, but that's okay. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Did I miss Yeah, okay, so that was after 12, so I did skip correctly. I just kind of skipped without saying the time. Okay, there we go. A new re-entry over this high. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good, 5 minute long, right over this high, 22.95. I definitely should have partialed on the previous one though. But I think especially for these recordings, it's nice to show that you can make errors and that you will make errors on the live market. Sometimes you'll step away, miss entries. Sometimes you'll, things happen. And it's okay to show that, because people think that trading is this thing where, you have to be perfect, and we're human, so we all make mistakes. And it will be reflected in your final, whatever, but you'll still be profitable at the end of the day. Okay, this does look like red news a little bit, so I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. But I do like this long. ATR is 12.5. Giant entry. I don't really like that. Yay. Technically still valid, but this is definitely red news. Move to break even. Take a break even. What day is this, by the way? This is March 31st. Still at break even. Still at break even. 70% somewhere to around here. 70% somewhere to around here. Okay, take off 70%. Yep. Managing the remaining position to somewhere around here. To here. Notice how it helps to leave some trailing, right?
Yeah, I do notice that.
Like we're making an extra 12 grand just by leaving it trailing. Okay, gonna close at 2 p.m. Oh, yep, close. Cool. So we're up 30% on the account. Nothing too crazy. Waiting for money to come in. Okay, nothing happened that day. Go to the next day. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute. If you're a crackhead, buy stop over this high. Nothing even happened, so it doesn't matter. Red news. Cool, done for the day. That's simple. Probably nothing on this day either. Waiting for our session. Okay, our session comes in. Switch biases again. Cool. Okay, entry here. Once again, I don't want to lie to you, but yeah, this is the entry that I would have taken. It just plays forward, by segments of an hour or however that works. But looking at the 4 hour, clean, hourly, clean, 20 minute, like this is just perfection. Anticipatory. So if you want on this candle, you can play forward by 1 minute to see where we open up at. And it's one of those anticipatory. So the higher we push, the more valid it becomes. 4 hour good. Hourly good, 20 minute good, 5 minute. So ATR is going to be 11. And you can move this up a little higher because you do have a lot of space. And then as time goes by, you can start to increase risk. We're at 0.8 right now. So like in some of the videos, I called them, what do you call them? Steps. So like the size of the steps you're taking. So when you start off, you want to start off with tiny baby steps, risking only like 0.2, 0.6. And then by increasing risk, you increase these steps. But you also risk the probability of 1, 2, 3 losses, and then your account's blown kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to be smart with that. But you can definitely leverage that to your advantage. If you run statistics on your numbers, you can find out, hey, if I've taken 3 wins in a row, and every time after I take 3, I take another winner, then you can incorporate that kind of thing where you can start to risk a little bit more. Personally, right now, I don't do that, though. Waiting for an entry here. Okay, but once again, back into chop, no trade zone. Gonna wait till our next session. Nothing happened, so I'm gonna wait till our next session. Nothing happened, gonna wait till our next session. Nothing happened, there we go. So as this candle is coming up somewhere around here, that's where I'm looking at it. Now it does play a little quick, and we didn't even get an entry, so that doesn't matter. Go to the next session, because now we're gonna be up here, hopefully. There we go. And now on the hourly, I want to see something like this, if it wants to do anything. There we go. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Wait till red news plays out, so we have another red news event. And now we should get a nice entry, if it doesn't fall off. And it fell off. Yeah, so done for the day. And we're back into chop. No trade zone, gonna wait for money to come in. On the hourly, I want to see a push, something like that. Falls off, nothing to do. Wait till our next session. There we go. Next session. Notice how we just stayed out of all this, right? Very, very simple. We considered taking one entry in here. I think we took a loss maybe. And then that was it. So 20-minute, wait for a re-entry and back into chop. Not touching. Go to our next session. There we go. And now I'm looking for sells again. So if anything, wait for the 20-minute to line up. And back into chop, not touching. Wait, go to our next session. There we go. Gonna consider hourly here for longs and back into chop. Back into chop. Go to our next session. There we go. Finally, we come into our session and something worthwhile happens. And I'm gonna double check this in red news, April 21st. Because if it is red news, there's no point. 6:45 red news. Yeah, this is 6:45, so 7:45. Okay, so it's an hour after red news, hopefully. 4 hour good. Hour good. Although my shit is off by an hour, so this might actually be red news at 6:40. Yeah. We'll see if it looks wiki. If it doesn't, then it is a valid entry. Yep, definitely red news now. And back into chop. Not touching. That simple. Let this thing show you what it wants to do. Go to our next session. Nope, not touching. Go to our next session. 4 in the morning. Okay, I can consider scalping some sells out of this. Let's see if anything gives us. A little too weak of a candle. I want to see something more like this. Nope, 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 nope. And too weak. Red news. Red news. Let that figure its stuff out. Coming at 9 in the morning. So now something's telling us. The market's telling us a story. And it's telling us that there's some level of distribution here. Whether it's to come all the way down here to here and then to reaccumulate or to accumulate. Reaccumulation on a higher time frame. Cool, because if we look at the 8 hour, what's it doing? Breaking down. Hopefully to continue higher, but if it continues down, we're still following it. It doesn't change our bias. It doesn't change anything. So looking at the 4 hour, cool, hourly, good, 20-minute, good, 5-minute sell. ATR is 14.2. I wish I would have traded NQ during 2023. I wasn't trading futures at the time. Break this high and it's a break even. Break even. Stop, break even, take a break even. Just kidding. Okay, now I can consider managing some of the position to here. Stop, break even, or not break even, 70% managed to here. Okay, take off my 70%. Played it a little quick. Yep, 70% off here. 20. Nothing to manage to quite yet. Gonna give it space now because we did get that bullish push somewhere around here. Okay, and that was definitely red news. But I should have closed that too. So technically I should have closed up here, but I'll take it. Sometimes things like that are gonna happen in life. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Wait for red news to play out. and look for my entry right about now. 720, 740. This could have been a potential entry. So I'll just dial in some random loss into here, just to be fair. Okay, take our loss. Cool. And we're done for the day. Yeah, we're done for the day. Okay. 4 hour is starting to fail, so I'm gonna give this 4 hour time. Yep. Wait for our session. Okay, this was our session, so I kind of missed that. I'm gonna see what happened here. Okay, so 4 hour. Now, if we go up to the daily or the 8 hour, still our narrative is this high. This is what we're still looking to take out. And remember earlier when I jumped to the 8 hour and I told you we don't know if it's coming down to do this and then to do this or to continue down and then, do whatever it has to. Well,
Yeah, I do remember that.
now as I jump into the 4 hour, yep, we got plenty of money coming in for what we're anticipating. So 20 minute, what time is this? 8. So once again, don't lie to yourself. If you would have taken this entry, take it and take your loss in it. I'm okay with that. It is what it is. Four hour very clean, hourly clean, 20 minute clean. Yeah, so this is going to be a 24 ATR, something like that. Take your phenomenal loss in there. Still valid. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Okay, we survived, moved to break even. Notice how moving to break even on this candle, the moment we're somewhere around here, so less than 1 hour are break evens, bro. Like that's what's kind of changed my system quite a bit.
Yeah, I remember you showed like the sideways, like when you incorporated that rule, like your drawdown wasn't as bad and it was more like sideways based on your equity curve instead of like a downtrend.
Yeah, it's huge. So 70% off somewhere around here. 70% gonna trail to the new structure. 70% gonna be trailed to here. Like, do you see how special this is, man?
Yeah.
I want to trail a little bit further, but we're coming in on 2 p.m., so I'll just close all of it there. Okay. Well, remember earlier, this actually works in our favor. Remember earlier where we didn't get time to close our trade when it did move this like really strong?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like we took a break even, it tapped us out at break even. Well, now it worked in our favor. So you win some, you lose some. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes and an error. In this case, no, we closed exactly when we were supposed to, and it just ended up happening that whatever was there worked in our favor. 4 hour, once again, we're targeting this high, looking very nice. So 20 minute, gonna look for a new reentry. 2 week, 2 week, 2 week. There we go. This does look a little bit like red news. Friday, April 28th. Generally, there's no red news on Fridays though. 5:30 and 7. What time is this? Now it is off by an hour, so I think this might be the 7 a.m. news. Yep. There we go. Now we get a new clean entry. 4 hour clean. I'm actually going to change the color of price here. Can I do that? Well, that doesn't do much. Yeah, I guess that doesn't do much. Okay, we'll just leave it as is. I don't know. I don't like this price line being so like that. So yeah, now we're getting a new reentry here at 9:40 in the morning. So 5 minute long, 17 ATR stop. Now, if you're a crackhead, like I said, you can start to increase risk, but I'm not a big fan of increasing risk like that because that means if you take 2 losses, you're already down 2% on your account, right? So
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it's a risky game to play, especially when you're risking, 1% per trade. You're kind of ruining your risk of ruin statistic a little bit. This does look a little bit like red news. Done for the day. Took my 2 losses and I'm happy with them. Gonna wait for the hourly to shape up again. There we go. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. After red news, let red news play out, and there's absolutely nothing. That's past 12. 4 hour sideways, hourly gonna wait for something like this. Nope. And we're back into chop. Gonna wait till our next session. Gonna wait till our next session. Okay, so at this point, you can start considering sells again. So notice I'm just trading this up, trading it down, trading it up, trading it down. That's kind of why I developed my trading style the way I did. This is a little weak of a candle, but still valid. So I'll take a sell here. Probably going to be a very quick stop out. ATR is 14. Sorry about the noise, by the way. They're cleaning.
No, I don't even hear it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. Yeah, it's a little weak of a candle. This is one of those like risk entries where just kind of gotta take it. Still valid. Hopefully we don't get tapped in. Still valid. It's just one of those risk ones where I know I'm gonna get tapped out or break even. Taking my break even. Okay, move this a little higher. Now I do want to see how far we've moved. Yeah, not worth it. Probably just go to the next session. Yeah, 4 hour back into chop, not touching. Now, as we come into our session, we do have lots of bulls coming in, so potential sideways and then build up. What time is this? 10:40. Let's go take a peek here. 4 hour good, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yeah, somewhere around here. ATR is 11. Gonna do a limit, see if I get tapped in. Cool. Move to break even right away. Stop break even. We do get a nice little mover off of this one. I'm gonna look to partial. I'll do 70% here. I'll do 70% here. Okay, take off. Did end up moving a little higher. Generally, when I'm trading live, stop break even, by the way. What time is it? Oh shit, I should have closed everything here. Okay, so I'm gonna close everything there. Four hours still good, hourly still good. So 20-minute, gonna look for a new long. There we go. We got our potential long here. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour clean, hourly very clean. Oh man, I don't like these. Yeah, that hourly. I kind of define this as the range, and we're still within the range. So it's more of a ranging market condition. But just the way I categorize it, it's still a valid entry, but the hourly kind of strays me away. ATR is going to be 11.8. Something like that. Oh, my bad. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Easy. Yep, entry here, but too late for me. And 4 hour, now we're back in chop. Gonna wait for the 4 hour to stop acting up. There we go. Come into our session, hourly 20. This was red news, so kind of wait for restabilization of market. Beautiful. Do you notice a pattern now? Are you noticing what I love to see here? Comes back in,
Well, like price coming down into like,
crashes into it, builds back up, fractal
yeah, and then
reaccumulation.
take like the second like strength candle or something, like the first one in this case.
Yeah, it's all the same thing. That's why I'm so like bored of backtesting. 18.27. Yeah, the only reason I backtest is to prove to myself that I still have it. Otherwise, I wouldn't waste my time doing this. But I know that if I do the same shit over and over again, it's just a matter of time before numbers start working the way they do. 4 hour still clean. Oh, and notice how we hit our daily or 4 hour, 8 hour target. Cool. 4 hour good. Gonna wait for some more money. There we go. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. This is a valid entry. Let me see if we closed. Still no entry, so still valid entry. Coming in at 10, so 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yeah, 20-minute is still good. Some sort of entry somewhere around here. ATR is looking at 17 point something. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. Yeah, this is more of a risk entry. These love to run sometimes. And other times they love to stop me out. I'm done for the day. I think I've taken 2 losses already, so. 4 hour, still kind of holding. I'm gonna wait for that hourly money to come in. Completely fails down, so back into chop. Builds back out, 4 in the morning, chops again, builds back out in the same session. So this is probably gonna be around 11 a.m. Yep. So 20. If you get lucky, we might get an entry here. Nah. 4 hour. It's acting a little bit weird. Gonna wait for the hourly. There we go. 4 hour good. Hourly good. 20-minute. Gonna wait for stabilization of price. Potential entry over this high. These love to run. Like when they run, dude, they're like all the way up here. But they also love to chop out. So double-edged sword there. 4 hour good. Hourly good. 20-minute good. So if you're a crackhead, you can definitely take this entry. ATR is 20. Definitely take a loss here. Still valid. Get tapped in, immediately get tapped out. So when they run though, hopefully this one runs, and it doesn't. They love to go. Yeah, we're acting up a little bit weird now. So I'm just gonna give this market time. Whatever red news has to play out. What time is this? Okay, definitely red news. So I'm not touching. What time is this? 10:20. May 17th. I want to double check the times of red news. 5:30. So we got red news from, so that would be 6:30 our time, and then 40 minutes after. So yep, wouldn't have taken that entry. Could have taken this entry. It looks like it would have been a push up, break even on this, broken even on this one, or broken even on this one. Doesn't matter either way, whichever way you want to paint it. It's break even, and then this move right here is at 10:20. Valid. Now you do understand why though, right? This isn't new to you or anything.
Yeah, I understand.
4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yep. All the same shit. ATR is 13. Move to break even right after the third candle. Probably take a break even. Move 70% to there. Move 70% to here. Got to be careful with the time. So I'll just take off 70% now. Gonna wait till 2 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. rolls around, close everything. Go to the next day. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. I'd be interested in doing gold during this session, during this year, May 18th.
Oh, 2023.
Yeah. I want to see how gold kind of. So news at 5:30 and at 7. So this is 7 or 8. I don't know. So we'll just kind of skip. Beautiful, beautiful entry. That's the one I was going to take, but May 18th does appear to have news at this time. What time is this? Too late to do anything, but there is another potential opportunity there. And there you go. Depending on when you trade. Dude, you just have opportunity after opportunity here. Like, they're so perfect too. You see that? Both of
Yeah.
them. Easy, like 15R runners. Okay, 4 hour coming in for some sort of whatever it wants to do. Do have red news coming up, so let that play out, and nothing's gonna happen this session. Cool. Go to next day. Wait for 4 hour to shape up, and hourly. There we go. 4 hour good, hourly good. 20-minute. Once again, what time is this? 7:30. So it might be red news, May 22nd. Just want to double check. Nope, no red news. So this is a completely valid. Okay. So that one we were looking at was a completely valid entry. Right here. Four hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long, right over this high. 18 ATR. Get tapped in, move to break even. I'd actually give it one more candle. Okay, there you go. 20-minute, gonna wait for new entry validation. This definitely does look like red news, but apparently it's not. Too weak. Okay, coming in at 11:20. 4 hour. Oh my goodness, bro. This is just perfect. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long. 12 ATR stop. Something like that. Cool, done for the day. Go to the next session. 4 hours starts failing. I'm not touching, not touching, not touching. Wait till our next session. Cool. Now we're in for sells. So 20-minute, look for an entry validation. I don't know why I keep skipping to this time, but was this red news? No. It is a little far from what I like to see. This distance right here is a little far, so I'm gonna give it a couple more candles to fall back down. Do have red news though, so I can't really trade much of this. Yep, just let red news do its thing, and then we can take our part. And if we look at 4 hour, we're finally falling back into whatever we want to. 4 hour, good, hourly. Could see some strength come through here. Potential long right over this high. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. Hang on, let me look at the hourly. Yeah, so hourly, it's okay. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So yeah, if you're a crackhead, this is a perfect entry for you. Gonna go to 18 ATR. I like to keep almost equal room between these, the low and the high, especially when I have larger ATRs. But sometimes I prioritize the high because I'd rather have the buffer room up down below if price wants to come down. Because the odds of you getting tapped in are going to be a lot higher if price is closer to you. So if we get, okay, yeah, good break even. I thought I hadn't moved there, but 20-minute, wait for a new entry. This is going to be an anticipatory entry. So we'll see how the next candle opens up and see if it's valid. This, yeah, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. If you're a crackhead, once again, this is anticipatory, so not everyone's going to be taking this. 14 point something. There you go. And then set up your entry, take a loss. Cool. 20, delete. And then you can see that it was a valid candle. However, it just tapped us out. Cool, done for the day. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. What time was this? 4:20, so a little early. Red news, let it play out. This is anticipatory. This is valid. So it kind of comes down to how you want to play your cards there. I want to go look at this entry because it definitely looks like one I took recently. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. So if where the next candle opens up, no, I'll just skip it. So I'll go back to the wait for this one to close. Cool. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long. Right over this high is 25 ATR. Perfect. So like in this example, I'd rather put my entry a lot closer so I have the buffer room on the bottom. Otherwise, it looks something like this. And if it just barely taps you in and you have one ATR candle downward, it's done for. Versus if it taps you in right away and one ATR candle downward, or even slightly less than one ATR, you're just barely saved. So it's kind of what I found out works for me. Move to break even. Dang, we haven't made much profit lately. So we gotta ramp it up. 70% to here. Give it the room it needs. Cool. 70% to here. Give it the room it needs. 70% to here. Give it the room it needs. Wait till 2 p.m. or, yep, 70% to here. Okay, take off 70%. Jump up to 20, see where we're at. I'm going to manage the remaining 30% to probably somewhere around here. Going to trail it a little bit tighter because I can pull off a little bit more profit from it. Okay, wait till 2 p.m. Okay, yeah. Cool. Had a nice little runner off of that one. So like a trade like this, we made a total of, on average, like 9R, 9 to 10, so like 9.5R. And on a challenge, I want to do quick maths. If you're doing a 150K challenge, your target is 0.008 risk. We'll do 0.6 because that's what I do on that. 150,000, my bad. So that's 900. So yeah, this single trade on an evaluation would have passed you the entire account, right?
Yeah, that would have.
It's 900 per risk, and you just made 10 RR. That's 9 grand. So just to give you an idea, you know, and for us, that was a 30 grand trade. So works in our favor as you scale up. 4 hours starts failing. Hey, we only have 2 minutes, by the way. I think this will be the last call.
All right.
Potential here. I don't see too much. Yeah, this is actually a valid buy stop. 4 hour good, hourly good. Hourly is a little low in the range, and I could see this flopping back down very easily. But it's still good. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. I'll take one loss here and then call it good. I don't know if you remember, but I used to have a rule where I wouldn't take the first strength candle within a market. This is clearly the first strength candle. And that looks...
That rule, actually.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Yep, so I'm just going to be done for the day. It's not worth 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Valid entry buy stop right over this high on May 30th. Let me make sure there's no red news because that looks a little sus. Nope, we're in the clear. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute is good. Couple entries here. You have this one and you have this one. I didn't see the first one, so we'll just take the second. ATR is 12.3. Very tight of a stop loss. So if we get a runner off this one, it's going to be very good. Break even almost. Yep, loss. Beautiful loss. Okay. Look for a new reentry here. Yep. And that definitely looks like red news to me. I don't know about you, but it is what it is. Go to the next day. 4 hour probably is going to start chopping here pretty soon. Yep, 4-hour chop. Wait for it to line up. And red news, phenomenal. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Once again, red news, so no entry here. And done for the day. So you just stayed out. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Wait for a re-entry of some sort. We had red news here. This potentially is a valid entry. I don't like it how the strength came from far below the MA. All right, guys. So we'll wrap it up here. But I didn't like how the strength came from all the way down here. Now, if the candle would have opened somewhere around here and then pushed up around the same height of this one, then yeah, beautiful entry. So real quick, I'm just going to take a screenshot of this and send it over to him. But yeah, this has been an interesting one for sure. Win rate definitely dropped a good amount. But yeah, we're up 60% in half a year on per asset. So that's not too bad. It's still kind of low, so I'm hoping this market picks up for sure. On average, I used to do around 400%. So that was me taking super tight SLs. So imagine a week where you take loss, loss, loss. Imagine a week where you take loss, loss, loss. The next week you take a loss, and then this single winner, 3, 6, 9, 12, leaves you with $4,000 profit. So, or even here, loss, loss. That's $6,000. You're still left with $30,000 at the end of the week. So you need to learn to look at the long term. Because you'll get, very small winners. All right, risking $2,000 per trade. January was horrible. So loss, right? So it can look very daunting, but when you look at the long term, this is exactly what you're left with. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. If you can develop a system like this for yourself, with a standard 300K, you just made 174. So the average salary of a high performing in one of the best countries in half a year, right? So lots of potential here. Not even half the year yet. August. So it would be 8. So yeah, one more month and then that would be your performance for half the year. Anyhow, guys, gonna wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully the video quality is a lot better now too. So yeah.